Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here and thank you to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, please do subscribe, like, share, comment, and tag. I already have this leaf that I'm going to recreate again today. It's already out twice. I have it alone on the video, the green leaf, and I also have it in another video mixed with some flowers. But I did have a fan that wrote a message saying on the comments that they couldn't clearly see the stitches that I was doing. So I am just redoing it in a slower version because I tend to crochet fast all the time. It's a bad habit of mine. I know that. Please bear with me. I'm still getting used to this camera stuff. So we're going to proceed to do again a repeat of this leaf, but more slow and hopefully more clear on the stitch. So thank you so much, everybody. And thank you to the fan that wrote in that comment. I really do appreciate everybody that writes in. If there's something they're not understanding or it's not clear enough, I don't mind redoing it and showing you again more slowly. So I thank you so much for clearing that with me. It's very important. Thank you. We're going to get started, people. Okay, so I'm going to get a nice closer up. I can't have it too close up because then it starts to fog out. So what are we going to do? We're going to do a slip stitch to start. And now we're going to do 17 chain stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 chain stitch. We are going to go back 1, 2, 3 space, and we're going to grab the back loop only, and we're going to do single stitch. I'm using number 4 ply. This is Portuguese thread, and I'm using baby blue because I will need after this baby blue for some other patterns. Okay, so we went back, we put in on the 3rd place, we're going to grab the next space, the back loops only, and we're going to do single stitch all the way to the end by grabbing the back loop only on each loop that we have here on the stitch. So single stitch all the way through, nothing to it. It's a very simple leaf to do, but sometimes I get carried away. I'm on my little bubble and I just stitch away. Just used to crocheting very fast due to a lot of orders sometimes that I have at once, and I need to get the work out. But I need to understand not everybody knows the stitches, and there's beginners, and I tend to lack on that. So I appreciate you pulling my attention on it. And okay, so we're going to continue to the end stitch here. Okay, so basically we have, I should have counted, but I was yapping away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 single stitch. We're going to do 2 chain. We're going to come back on the same one that we just did the last single, and we're going to do a single. So we're making like a little round, if you want to say it. So we're going into the first next stitch here on the row behind. So we go right into the middle of it, and we grab all the loops back here right in the center. We're not grabbing back loops only because then it would make holes through the center here, and we're doing single stitch. So we did the 2 chains. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So on one side you have 14. The first side we started, we have 14 single. The next side we have 13. We leave 2 stitch behind because we need to make those little steps. So we're going to give it 1 chain. We're going to turn around, we're going to come back on the same one completely in and close it in with a single stitch. Now we proceed and we grab the back loops only and we do single stitch all the way through. So we're always going to work on back loops. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and this side we're going to have 12 single stitch. Now here's the middle. We go directly into the middle and we do a single stitch. Now we're in the middle where we have the 2 chains separation there. We're going to do 1, 2, chain, come back into the same place in the middle and close it in with a single. Now we grab back loops again, the next back loop, and we continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and one more because we leave the 2, 13. We leave the 2 stitch here behind again, and it lines up perfect if you see it. 1 chain, turn around, come back into the first one that we just finished doing and go right through it, 1 single. We grab back loops again and we go through it again all the way to the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going right into the center and we're doing a single stitch. We're in the middle of the 2 chain separation. 1, 2 again, back into the center and close it in with single. Grab back loop on the next one and proceed and continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We leave the 2 loops behind. We don't work on them. We need to make these little steps. 1 chain, back into the first one we just did, and close it in. And start with the back loops again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we go right into the center and single stitch. 1, 2 chain, back into the center, single stitch. Grab the first back loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we leave the 2 behind again, and it meets up the same level as this one here. One chain, turn your work, come on the first one, which is the same one we just finished, and close it with single. Grab your back loop, your first back loop, and start doing singles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So you're always going to have one side that has one extra than the other because you need to level it out. So one side will be 13, one side will be 12, one side 13, one side 12. And of course it depends the size of thread and everything else you're doing. So into the center, single stitch, 1, 2, separation, back into the center, single stitch, next first loop, next space, single stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you leave the 2 behind. This is how it's turning out. You can go as small as you want. If you have small things to adapt this on, then you can leave it this size. If you need for bigger patterns, then you continue on making these little letters to make bigger leaves. So one chain, turn your work around, come on the first one right here, and you close with one single, next space, back loop, single stitch. So this is all about single stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now this row starts cutting down because we're getting smaller with the stitches, okay? You come into the center, single stitch, 1, 2 chain, go into the center again, single stitch, grab your first back loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. We're going to leave the 2 behind. And if you see, it lines up perfect. One chain, come back down, the first one, single, next space back loop, single, next space back loop, single, and you continue on from there until the size that you are comfortable with and that you want. Normally for regular patterns, I use a lot of let's say of these letter steps. I use a lot, either 5 of them or 6. That's usually like the normal size of patterns, not too big. Now if I need the leaf to be extremely big, then I use a thicker thread to make it bigger. So into the middle here, 1, 2, into the middle again, 2 chain, then grab the back loop and single crochet. So it all depends, like I said, on the size of thread you're using or yarn. This is how you're going to get a bigger leaf, a thicker leaf. It all depends on the size. The bigger you go, the bigger the leaf. If you're doing small patterns, then you go with a thinner thread, and your leaf will be extremely small, which I use sometimes a lot if I'm doing smaller patterns. Okay, so we leave 2 behind, as you can see. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th one, exactly like the other side is 4. So you will complete to do 5 when you are finished doing this row. So we continue on back loops, always working back loops to get that effect of the leaf. And into the center, single stitch, 2 chain, back to the center, single stitch, next loop, single stitch, back loops only. So I'm going to leave this one at 5, but if you wanted to go a little bit bigger with the effect of the letters, the little steps here, you would do 6. So we leave 2 behind. I do 1 chain, I turn around. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th one. So we do 1 chain. We go back into the first loop, first stitch here, not loop, and we close it with slip stitch. Go into the second one completely and pass it through with a slip stitch. And I missed a thread here. This is just to have it secure. So slip stitch it. Like I said, if you want to go bigger, you can. So pull your thread through it. And you grab your thread, you bring it in through some of the loops. Bring it through the back. Now I'm going to show you again the back, how you apply these onto your patterns. I'm going to give it a knot here because I like to knot everything so nothing comes apart, and pass through the back loops again back here. It doesn't matter where. Just find any back loops here and just go through it with your thread. The excess, you pretty much cut it. And the one in the middle that we started, you can go through some of the back loops here too and hide a little bit of the one here from the middle, just to make sure that nothing is going to come apart. And pull through it so it doesn't, and cut the excess. Okay, so here's pretty much your leaf. Now, you see all the nerves of the leaf going up. That gives you that 3D effect right here. This is how I apply them on my patterns. I can have the bigger effect with these popping up. This would be the wrong side because it's flat here in the middle. It's not, I mean, you put your finger through it and you have that much of a space. But if you turn around, you don't have that much of a space. They're closer up. 3D, okay? So you cannot put your finger through it because this is very close to 3D, 2 rows here. If you turn it around, this is flat. So you would put on your patterns this way. You want that effect of the 3D on your patterns for the sleeve. This pretty much adds up to this tutorial. Like I said, I apologize. Sometimes I'm too fast, not concentrating. A lot of you are not understanding what I'm saying or not seeing exactly what I'm doing. So I hope this is going to help out, especially to that fan that wrote in. I thank you so much. And any other questions or any other suggestions, please feel free. I do appreciate it, and I am here to help, so I will create whatever is not well understood, even if it's just a few stitches so you can catch on. So I thank you so much, and God bless everybody. Thank you so much. Until the next time. Bye-bye. And I believe I forgot to mention at the beginning. Okay, so this is 100% 4-ply cotton, 100% cotton, needle number 3, and of course you will need a pair of scissors and just a little needle to tuck your stuff in. Sorry for that. Thank you, everyone. Take care.